everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey Media here, and welcome to another 2023 movie review. And yes, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, I think the last one I actually fully did was for something that was back in August, but this time I'm going to be reviewing a movie that honestly I never played the games to this movie or for this movie, but I honestly admit I didn't think it was going to be as good as I thought it was going to be, and that of course is Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, for those of you who have played the game, I will say I was pretty surprised by this movie since I'm someone who's never played the games, but I hear that for big YouTubers like Markiplier, who is known to be across the YouTube community as the king of Five Nights at Freddy's, it is, slight spoiler, it was sad that he didn't get to make a cameo in this movie, which would have been cool to see him in here, but who knows, maybe he'll be part of the second or third movie that they've got planned. But with this movie, this story follows Mike Schmidt, who played by Josh Hutcherson, who is a young man who's currently living with his little sister and has to take care of her, and he's struggling to find different jobs, and then he accidentally gets fired from one because he mistakes the young father of a kid as someone who's trying to kidnap the kid, and so then he meets with this guy who at first we don't know he's William Afton, but it's a guy, I forgot the character's name at the start of the movie, but he's played by the iconic Matthew Lillard, Shaggy Rogers himself from Scooby-Doo, and even Stu Macher from Scream, which maybe I'll eventually make a video talking about my thoughts on what my hopes for Scream 7 whenever that starts filming, but we see him, Josh Hutcherson's character Mike Schmidt, meet with Matthew Lillard's William Afton, who he doesn't know is William Afton. He offers him a job as a nighttime security guard at Freddy's Fazbear Pizzeria, and he goes, and then he soon discovers that something from his past is connected to this place, and he tries to not only solve the crime or solve the mystery, but also keep his little sister safe from these so-called animatronics that are being possessed by the souls of children. Now, again, I never played the first game or any of the games, so I don't know if that's how the story goes in them, but I will say I kind of love the way this movie was portraying, especially if I had to choose one character in this movie that I really enjoyed their performance, it would have to be Matthew Lillard as William Afton. Again, he seemed perfectly fine in the beginning of the movie, and then when he fully is revealed as the villain, and how they reveal it, I don't want to spoil exactly how they spoil William Afton as the villain, because he's known as the villain in the games, obviously, but at least as far as I know. But the way they reveal him at the end of the movie and how he portrays the villain, I swear it gave me Stu Macher vibes from the first Scream, which a lot of people are saying that about his character in this film. But if I had to choose one character I did not like a lot, I would have to say it would actually, thankfully she's not in the movie very much, but apparently is the aunt of Mike Schmidt and his little sister Abby, who is trying to get Abby taken away from Mike and claiming he's just too dangerous to be taking care of a kid, even if it is his little sister. And I will say the way they portrayed her character, yeah, she was the one character I didn't really like. But other than that, the animatronics I thought were pretty impressive. I mean, again, I've seen clips from when people play the games, and I will admit these animatronics did kind of mirror some of those videos of the way they portrayed the animatronics. And we don't get many of the animatronics here. And there are supposed to be a lot more ones, but maybe they'll show up in the sequels. But I'll admit, this movie was definitely a lot of fun. Not what I was expecting. And if you are wondering, I actually watched this movie on Peacock here in my home because unfortunately you can tell I don't like watching, even if it was PG-13, there are a few jump scares, and I'm glad I was able to keep myself like safe from being jump scared to death. I'm kidding about being scared to death, but I will say this movie was definitely an okay film. Not one of the top movies of the year, but definitely one of those okay ones to me. And if you are a Five Nights at Freddy's fan and you love playing the games, I definitely recommend watching this movie. If you're someone like me who never played the games and is curious whether or not to watch it, it's totally up to you. But for those of you who are fans of the game, I can definitely say this will probably be aimed more towards you guys. But for now, let me give you my rating of the movie. So, for my rating of Five Nights at Freddy's, again, this is just the first one in a supposedly planned 3-movie trilogy. So I'm curious what they're going to do with the second and third movie. But with this movie, I thought it was a good start to the franchise, and I'm going to have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Not 100% of 4, but again, it's mainly because I'm not too much of a fan, or I never played the games, so I'm not really much of a fan of the games or of the IP. So I still thought it was an entertaining film nonetheless. But anyways, that's all for now in this movie review. Now the next movie review in theaters you're probably going to see me do is for the Marvels, so keep an eye on that. But anyways, I will see all of you guys in the next video.